What's up, family? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for rocking with me. What's splashing? Shout out to everybody that supports. This topic here comes from Michelle Streeter, big supporter of mine, always in the comment section. So shout out to her. She wanted to know because I had done videos on red flags to look for before you get married. And she asked if I would do a video on green flags, which I thought was a good approach. Green flags to look for as well to help determine if someone is going to be a good, suitable mate for you. So it's a good topic. I'm taking this from my own personal experience of having been married 20 years and all that. Those of you that know the story, you know the story. And different things that when I look over time, things that really mattered, I came up with about 4 or 5 things that we're gonna call that green flags to look for to help determine so you can use this in your vetting process if you still are one of those people that will decide that you want to be married for whatever reason. If you fall in that category, you want to be somebody's wife, you want to be a husband, all of that, this is for you. Not so much just dating, because what I'm talking about on this one is going to be more for long term values and situations. But number one, green flag, if they're able to take accountability for their actions. In other words, when they mess up, do they own their mess up? When they hurt your feelings, do they apologize? So I want to go back. When they mess up, do they own it? This is one of, and I'm going, in my opinion, from very important. This list is going to be structured. This to me is a very important one because if you miss this one, you can really mess up your life. When they mess up, pay attention to how they own it. For example, let's say they were supposed to pick you up at 7. Y'all supposed to meet somewhere at 7. They don't get there till 7:30. And this is a petty example, but you just watch the patterns. You want them to say something like, I should manage my time better. I knew that it was traffic out on the interstate right now. My apologies. It won't happen again. That's taking accountability for their actions, that they were late. You had to wait. What you don't want to hear is, it was so much traffic. People kept cutting me off. I hit every light. The dude with the cart kept, coming in front of me. People on the bicycle kept. That's what you don't want to hear. Now, things do happen like that. That's why I say you want to kind of watch for the pattern. So if it happens one time, oh yeah, okay, there's nobody perfect. But you want to watch all of this stuff. You want to watch for the pattern. When they hurt your feelings, do they apologize? A sincere apology. And I'm going to add this one too. Because a lot of people can apologize and the next day they apologize and the next day they apologize and then the next day they apologize. In their apology, do you see that they are avoiding repeating the same mistake? Pay attention to that. If you have someone that is taking accountability for their actions, and when they hurt your feelings or whatever may come up, they apologize, and you see that they're making an assertive effort not to repeat it, that's a green flag. Put a check mark by their name. Pay attention to how they act and respond to constructive criticism. If you say something to them constructive, do they blow it off? Do they blow up at you? Do they shut down? What do they do? Pay attention. Pay attention to how they speak of their past relationships. If they've dated 3 or 4 people and it's always somebody else's fault, or if they've taken personal responsibility in the part that they played in it. That's what you're looking for. Accountability. Yes, our relationship did not work. Yes, she did this to me, but I also played a part in it by doing this, and this. That's personal responsibility. If you see that in them, that's a green flag. Proceed. Number 2, are they consistent in their respect towards you? And this is where you're going to really figure out what I'm talking about is when a disagreement comes, and it's coming, when y'all disagree, when y'all have an argument, are they still respectful to you through the disagreement? Or do they do things like name call, get upset, try to humiliate you, silent treatment? Pay attention to all of that. How do they treat you in a disagreement? Do they still treat you with respect? That, hey, I know we're not seeing eye to eye right now, but I love you. You're my partner. We're in this together. So even though I'm upset and my voice may be a little tense, I'm not doing anything to disrespect you through this disagreement. And for those of you who will use this maybe to vet someone, the best time to do this is pay attention to the very first argument that y'all have. The earlier you can catch it, it's gonna all work out better for you. The very first argument that y'all have, if they are disrespectful to you in that process, remember we're not babying nobody in our 30s, 40s, and 50s now. We kind of need you to have it together if we're talking about marriage. If they disrespect you in that first argument, second argument, that's a no-go. But if they are consistent in their respect, even in disagreement, and you can feel this person still values me even when we don't see eye to eye, that's a green flag. Put a check by their name. Number 3, y'all share common to y'all values and goals. And the main ones: family, money, faith, lifestyle. Are those very, very, and I'll put it this way, they don't have to be identical, but they do need to be similar. What you don't want to end up having to do is force someone to see the world the way you see it. You don't want to get involved, not at our age. You're not trying to convince nobody to see the world the way you see it, to see family the way you see it, to see lifestyle the way you see it, to see money the way you see it. No, we're not 18 no more. No. We middle age now. Do you share common values and goals without trying to force them to see it the way you see it? And the way that you figure that out is before they even know, like before you ask direct questions. So before you even tell them how you see it, you ask direct questions and then you will know. Because see, a lot of times, and especially women, y'all fall for this. Y'all would tell us what y'all want, and then we just going to repeat back to y'all. That's how a lot of women get caught up in affairs. So y'all will go to another dude and be like, oh, my husband, he don't never talk to me. He'll never buy me no flowers. Well, you just told us what to do to get some wet. We talk to you and send you flowers, and you think that's who we really are. No, that's not who we really are. You gave us the insight. So before you even tell this person how you see it, you ask very direct questions. How do you see family? How do you see money? How do you see your lifestyle? our lifestyle. And you don't try to force anybody to see the world you see it. You want it to be not identical, but very similar. That was number 3. Number 4, are they emotional stable? Dude, and aware. Let me put it that way. Are they emotionally stable and aware? Do they have the capacity to talk about their feelings, their fears, their trust or mistrust or distrust without shutting down, becoming all broken up all over the place, without, having to need 3 days to get themselves together? Are they emotionally stable? Can they tell you about things that they fear, things that they're glad about, things that they're upset about, things that they're not sure about? Can they speak in this kind of way and it don't affect them in a way that will hinder y'all's relationship? They're not gonna spaz out. And mainly, they're not gonna shut down. That's the big one. People feel vulnerable, they shut down, they withdraw. You want to make sure this individual's not doing that. If they don't do that, it's a green flag. Put a check mark by their name. That's a plus. Last but not least, and I would say, pay attention to this one, because a lot of people are gonna miss this one. If you find somebody that after all the other 4 has been checked green, that you feel safe, that you can be yourself around, not the self that you portray to the world, not even your best self, but the real you. If you find somebody that with no makeup, figuratively, literally, no cover, no facade, this is who I am. I'm not perfect. I'm going to work on myself, but this is who I am right now on the journey of life. If you find somebody that you can be safe around to be yourself and not have to walk on eggshells, not have to walk 10-toe, that's a green flag. Put a check mark by their name and stay close to them. Hopefully this helps. Let me know in the comments. Bye.